When night falls, the things I thought I'd made peace with start to rise again. Emotions I had dulled during the day begin to stir, one by one, in the silence of a darkened room. And among them, the quietest and deepest feeling of all: regret. I shouldn't have said that. If I hadn't taken that job. If only I'd held on to them a little longer. Questions without answers scatter into the 3 a.m. stillness. Regret always seems to visit at night, when I'm alone, when everything feels paused, when there's no sound but my own breath, and I have nowhere to hide from myself. But strangely, those quiet moments often become the starting point of something new. Have you ever had nights like that? The ticking clock feels loud. Your body lies still under the covers, but your heart keeps wandering. Some regrets are over 10 years old, yet still manage to squeeze your chest. Others come from a single conversation you had just today. Our minds drift quietly between the past and the present. Many people tell me, I still have so many regrets. The more I think about them, the heavier my heart feels. I understand, we all carry a few unfinished sentences inside us. But one day, I started to see regret differently. What if regret is proof that we lived sincerely? We regret because we loved deeply, because we truly cared, because we tried our best. And now, looking back, that effort still stirs something in us. Maybe regret isn't a failure at all, but a quiet kind of evidence that we didn't live carelessly. And more than that, regret isn't just about the past. Sometimes, it's a message to the present. That thought, I shouldn't have done that, might be your inner voice saying, maybe this time, I can choose differently. We can't change what's behind us, but we can let the message of the past guide what we do from here. That's why we're able to move forward again. The hardest part about regret? How harshly we speak to ourselves. Why was I like that? What was I thinking? Why do I always mess things up? Those words cut deeper than the regret itself. But were we really so wrong? Was that version of you capable of making any other choice? Regret doesn't disappear just because we tell it to. It softens when it's understood. That version of you, back then, they did what they could. They made the best decision they could, with what they knew and felt at the time. When we can finally accept that as truth, our hearts begin to loosen. It's like telling your younger self, it was hard, wasn't it? But you got through it. And somehow, that brings peace. If regret visited you again tonight, you don't need to push it away. It might simply mean that part of you still wants to change something. Regret isn't just sadness, it's a quiet sign that you are still alive, and your life is still capable of becoming different. So if there's a door in your heart that still feels slightly open, it's okay to rest in front of it for a while. You don't have to force it closed. Maybe it's just asking you to breathe for a moment before you move forward again. And if a regret came to your mind while watching this, you're welcome to leave a small piece of it in the comments. Once spoken, even a heavy feeling becomes a little lighter. Even one sentence is enough. I didn't know better back then. I want to live a little differently now. Will anyone understand this feeling? Your words might quietly comfort someone else who needed them too. To you, watching this right now, you are not going backward. You are gently returning to yourself. This is not the end. It is your quiet second beginning.